Like a moth to a flame, it pulls us in. Next thing we know, we're in a now bear's den. Tomorrow, I know it all begins again. But where we're needed, we will go. And I'll roll the dice. Haven't you heard? The heroes have returned. Haven't you heard? The heroes have returned.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to this week's episode of Heroes of the Plains. Thank you for joining us. I am actually about to stop doing this going forward because we shared some amazing news last week that we have B. Dave Walters joining Demiplane as our new creative director. And so that means I get to just like throw this over the fence and drop it in his lap. So B. Dave, take it away.
That's true. And the best part about this is I really only had to remember 3 things. Let's see if I can do that. Hatari. First of all, thank you all for tuning in. You're amazing. And I would like to thank our sponsors, Sirenscape, because epic games require epic music, Hero Forge, and Idle Champions of the Forgotten Realms, which a chess code should be appearing in chat now. If not, I'm sure the code to get it should be appearing in chat now. And yeah, I think I remembered my 3 things. And we have a special guest here, the always lovely Mr. Mark Meir, who I cannot get enough of and am silently plotting to get on every stream on the interwebs. I apologize in advance for what Todd's about to do to us. And with that, take it away, Todd.
Excellent. I'm about to do things to you. So, previously on Heroes of the Plains, you helped Margot, a dark elf, find her ancestral scabbard to a sword that she's been seeking this entire time. You found yourself in a weird sort of section of Ravenloft where Widdle had been was captured as a Lugaroo. They had her in this massive dungeon. She ate an entire hill giant, or at least a large portion of one. And you assisted in essentially assassinating the Dark Lord of that domain. What happened, and that Freely and Briv also got caught in the whirlwind of this, is once the Dark Lord was killed, the entire domain itself started to fall apart and go to where domains go to die within Ravenloft. And consequentially, the other part of the group that went after Widdle ended up in another domain as well, where they faced off with Vordred.
Excuse me, isn't Ravenloft where domains go to die?
No, there's another subdomain.
The Lower East Side of Ravenloft. Got it.
Oh yeah, it's
a domain within a domain. It's
like yo dog yo.
Yeah.
I describe Ravenloft as a series of dirty bubbles, so it makes sense.
Apparently they're Matryoshka dolls.
This is the dirtiest bubble. I believe it's Kron. But yeah, that's where Sithicus, you may know, is slowly being destroyed. But that's where they ended up. That's where you ended up. However, thanks to a wild magic surge from our lovely community who are watching this show right now, some things have happened. One of those things is you all escaped the domain and got to Barovia. You entered into the mists. Widdle is still a Lugaroo, and you entered into Barovia. Once you actually fought a Dullahan again to get to Barovia, you chopped it into bits. Widdle ate an arm that was still animated, and it even waved goodbye as she slurped it up like spaghetti. And now we find ourselves in Barovia. You hear cheering, loud music. You are up against one of the mountains of Barovia, and you can see Castle Strahd in the distance. And at this moment, a misty portal opens up, and Briv Steelmarrow and Freely drop out, who have been falling for 10 hours.
Oh no. Hi!
What are y'all doing?
Are you okay?
Well, that's
I
awfully convenient.
No, I needed a moment there for my organs to settle. Did we win? Did you guys get Widdle? We were doing paladin stuff, and then we were falling like a lot, and now it's now.
Widdle is present. That's a nice hairdo. You've been falling for a little while.
Are you okay? Because the last time we saw you, you were kind of.
Oh, I feel great. This is the healthiest I've ever felt in my life. I'm 23 some odd years old, and I wish I would have thought to be a Lugaroo sooner in my life.
First of all, mine hair always looks like this. Second of all,
So kind of like the toilet bowl flush.
It's just up. I mean,
It does look a bit additionally voluminous.
So that might have been all the wonderful sleep that I got. I just woke up perhaps 5 minutes ago freely. How long were we falling?
I sort of lost track after the third hour of existential terror. It was just sort of like, let's just get this over with. So I'm not sure. I kind
I
of
feel
zoned out.
very well rested, so
Yeah.
I believe it was good for us to be gone like we were.
Yeah.
So-
While we're standing there, I just basically hit Briv with message, and I'm like, "Do we have to fight Widdle? Because she is like a monster. Like, I mean, I don't want to, but."
Briv puts his fingers. Can I answer in message? I can't ever.
Yeah,
remember.
you can.
Okay,
You can.
So then I'm just like, well, I mean, there are things that would possibly make me monstrous. I believe
Yeah.
Orkira's technically like a dragon, and sometimes we kill dragons, and sometimes we don't. I mean, people are complicated.
I
There
see
are
Briv hold
shades
his
of
fingers
gray
to
the
his
black and white.
temples, and I send him a message saying, "Care to share with the class? It looks like you're
Freely very much slow nodding while he's doing that. I'm like,
I don't my hands don't leave my temples, and I just say, Freely was asking if we should kill thee because thou art now a monster, and so therefore I am saying that we're all kind of at least part-way monsters at this point in our lives, and life is more complicated, it's more gray, less black and white. So I believe the verdict is thou shalt live at least for a little while, unless something else kills thee.
I mean, for the record, I would not enjoy destroying you, Widdle. I've come to like you a lot.
I appreciate that. And I was a Dompier before, so technically I've always kind of been a monster, but now I'm a hybrid monster, and I like the taste of flesh. So honestly, I don't really hold it against you for wanting to kill me, but I'll try to keep the hunger under control. I'm not going to eat any of you.
So wait, thou art a vampire and a werewolf at the same time? This
A
is
Lugaroo.
like something I have read in an old Elder Scroll somewhere. I mean, it seems like
one
that's
of them.
not even possible.
Yeah, don't they cancel each other out or something? Oh, sorry, Orkira, you keep trying to say something. Sorry, she's 13 feet tall.
I am
Orkira,
loud and
sorry.
obnoxious, Orkira. Forgive me for speaking over thee.
I'm just happy to see all of you. First off, Widdle, can I suggest if you want to not be seen as someone that other people gotta kill, maybe don't keep saying that you like the taste of flesh. Small suggestion.
Sorry, I'm a little bit of a foodie, and I'm really excited to be able to eat food again. I've only been able to drink blood for the last 2 weeks since I've known you all.
It would seem
right
that these
there
are
with
consequences you should consider before those changes are undertaken.
I didn't have a chance to consider it, but now I'm definitely considering it. Thank you.
Yeah, like flesh is not necessarily a bad thing. It's just it's taken in the wrong connotation when you say it that way because
not specifically
how?
flesh.
All the
Like
time.
I don't just like rip the skin off of people, but like a good steak dinner.
yeah, steak would be lovely. Like I would love to go on a food crawl with you one day.
I disagree
absolutely.
strongly with all of you.
Huzzah.
Hold on, sorry, I remember something important. So you guys know that I just like stuff just happens. You know what I mean? Like I don't even know, and I hold out the sword, and the green flame blade ignites. I'm like, you just do things. I found out there are there's a vendor nearby that might be able to help us. He might have like items or some. Hang on, no, I got this.
You found this out while you were falling for 10 hours?
Yeah. No.
How?
While I was sleeping.
Yeah, no. There's there's a dude, and he's got some items that might be of use to us.
At this moment, Would you like to describe yourself as you are hidden in the shadows at this moment, Baeloth? Watching two people nod at each other like this over and over again, and
Two people
listening
that
to
you
someone talk about
recognize.
eating flesh.
You're muted,
We
sir.
can't hear you. You've been silenced.
He is so quiet.
That's how he's
And
Hiding in the shadows.
That's
Very
how we got it.
successfully.
Successful stealth roll. Baeloth, I think, does he have the opportunity to reveal himself at this point?
Yes.
There is a flash of thunder and lightning, rather a rumble of thunder and a flash of lightning, and a swirl of a large black cape. As stepping forward is a figure that several of you recognize. A drow with long white hair, gleaming red eyes, and a huge smile. He holds a staff with a skull on top of it, and he spreads his arms wide. My friends, fancy meeting you here. Freely,
Baeloth!
Briv Alyndra. What brings you to these environs?
Canst
Baeloth,
thou bring us to the Black Pits? Because I know we
No,
talked about that.
perhaps later.
we got a werewolf
things
now.
to do first. But
Wait, Orkira, Widdle, this is Baeloth the Entertainer. He is the slayer of Hallister Blackcloak. Saw it with my
That's
eyes.
right. That's right.
Oh,
As far as anyone knows.
it's true. Yes.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Baeloth. I don't
Yeah.
normally look like this.
What does Widdle look like at the moment?
Meagan.
She's about, I don't know, 12, 13 feet tall. Kind of looks like a giant werewolf, a lugaroo to be more specific.
Oh.
She's
Whoa.
covered in fur and goggles. She's still wearing the goggles even though she's a werewolf. And still has long gray hair.
So would you
She's
call
holding-
her an
she's holding a
oogaroo?
notebook.
Ooh, garoo.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Also, Widdle, if you're happy being this way, you should probably stop saying that you're, like right now. If you're happy, then just be.
Oh no, I am happy. It's just that I'm a little intimidating. I'm usually about just shy of 5 feet. I was originally a gnome, and then I got turned into a Dhampir, and now I'm a lugaroo. So usually I'm like really short and unintimidating, but I don't know. It's kind of nice to be this tall.
We don't
I mean,
basically.
Briv is making stilts out of metal coming from the bottom of his feet. Just slowly, though, very subtly, where, hoping that no one will notice.
I
This is
noticed.
actually what's happening, where he can kind of come up to where he's almost as tall or as tall as Widdle.
Whittle's just
You're able to
squeezing the insides
obfuscate
of
a
her
bit
eyes.
with like a stump.
Yeah.
So you all know each other?
Yeah. No, we
We
did.
adventured for
Yeah.
some time,
quite a while ago. Yes, we were all sent on, I guess you could say, a fool's errand.
That is
It
true.
was,
That-
it
that-
was,
well,
yes.
And we
And
were
then-
drow pirates for a while too. That also happened.
I
With the
was
Dragon
not.
Arth- Oh yeah. We got off.
But
that
I was a
boat when
red
we ran
panda
into
for a
you.
bit.
Baeloth,
I still miss that outfit. It looks so good.
I don't. It was so pink.
Baeloth suddenly turns to the viewer. It looks as though he's turning to camera. To everyone else, it just looks like he's facing blank air. But that's a story for another time. Then he turns back to all of you. So, a very interesting company you keep, my friends. Am I mistaken in thinking that this charming young lady is a lugaroo?
Well, that's
Yep.
up to her to disclose.
Yeah, that's correct. There was a gravekeeper, or at least we thought he was working in the grave. His name was Nigel, and I had my suspicions about him. No one believed me. I wanted to kill him, and then we got into a little fight, a little disagreement,
Great.
and he bit
yes.
me and ran away.
Ah,
And so the problem is that I don't know where he went. He went down the cliff, down into some river. I haven't seen him
don't
since.
need to hear another word. What an origin story! Oh my
Oh, thanks.
goodness, you certainly have star quality. Listen, are you currently busy? Have you ever considered a career in show business?
I mean, I only have like one small task on my plate right now, which is to kill Strahd. But I mean, after that, I'm free.
Strahd von Zarovich. You're going
Yeah,
to
that
kill
one. Yeah, you know him.
Strahd von Zarovich. What was your name again?
Widdle.
ignite the sunblade. I'm like, yeah, we needed this sword, which we got, and apparently there's some other stuff that's nearby. Don't ask me why I know this.
Please, my friend, slaying Strahd von Zarovich is truly a monumental task and something you'll probably want to save for a big finish. But if I might tempt you, Briv, you mentioned the Black Pits earlier. Well, would you believe I've set up a Barovian franchise?
Franchising. See, I told Lee Freely that he knows what he is doing. He's got a good head on his shoulders for business. And so business is what we should be about, going and killing fools in the pits and getting gold. Then we can possibly just give gold to Strahd and say, leave this domain with all of your fortune, and then we can just take it over.
And not just gold. I have a spectacular array of prizes for those who step into the ring and emerge a winner.
I lean over to Orkira and I say, he runs like the Black Pits, which are like fighting pits, but that really doesn't do it justice. He actually has a Tarrasque. That is also true. And he recruits talent from all over the place. And like Briv and I thought like we'd go down there, but I felt like it's kind of like unfair to use our overwhelming divine power to win like a pit fight, you know? Like maybe if like I had to save some children or something, I could mess up the Tarrasque. I don't know. But yeah, that's what he does.
Just a few corrections there, Freely. I don't have a Tarrasque. I have the Tarrasque. And I'm afraid I don't have it on me. It's back at the main base, as it were. As I mentioned, this is more of a satellite operation.
I mean, if we want to do something like that after we rescue Rend and kill Strahd and get out of this domain, I guess. But aren't we trying to get out of here as quickly as possible?
Yes. Well, if you're wanting to kill Strahd, I noticed the very spectacular sword that my friend Freely is carrying, but one can never have too many magic weapons. If you're after swords, I have a Holy Avenger that might be looking for a home. Sound interesting?
Very much elbow Briv, like a lot, not subtly at all.
Briv looks way too excited, and he's like, we perhaps can come to some kind of terms. Yes, I believe it could be of interest, perhaps, if the price is right.
Oh, yes. Well, the prize is right, because that's what you'll be competing for. Not just the Holy Avenger, but a few other death-dealing implements that certainly would come in handy facing off against a foe as powerful as Strahd.
So I always emerge victorious. I'm looking at the rest of the group and not Baeloth at this point in time. I always emerge victorious, and so therefore I should probably get this sword, because what can happen is I can take that sword and then Steadfast, and I pull out my current weapon and I start just kind of cycling through like a lot of stuff, and you see the metal swirling from the hilt, and it can eat that Holy Avenger and it can take on its powers, and then Steadfast becomes a Holy Avenger. This is a great plan.
What you do with your prize is up to you. Have your
I
sword
eat most
eat
of
it.
mine prizes.
Of course. Well, you're a growing boy, Briv, and I never get tired of that liquid metal thing you do.
I mean, the best prizes are the ones that are actually snacks, yeah.
And who is this enchanting golden dragonborn? I haven't met you before.
Hi. I'm Orkira. Nice to meet you. And what you see before you is a gold dragonborn, about 7 feet tall, wearing some scale mail and a bag across her shoulder with giant wings and a tail and a lot of burn scars. And she's just kind of curiously eyeing you. And she says, so I know this is not going to actually stop anybody, but I guess we should probably find out some more details about fighting in the Black Pits. Is it to the death?
Oh, I assure you, it is only to the pain.
But sometimes that could be death.
Yeah.
I mean, it hurts to die.
I do have some healers on hand to bring anyone back from the brink if they so require. It's all part
if they
of the
deserve it,
agreement.
What sort of contract terms are you offering? I know that the previous terms were occasionally particular.
Well, normally I like to sign my talent to long-term contracts, but I understand that you're just passing through and you have a few other things on your plate, one of which is a big, powerful vampire. So we could say a limited appearance, a limited engagement, yes. One night only, perhaps.
I mean, it's always
That is
night
how
here,
I like
so
mine engagements.
you might need to be more specific. It's always dark here.
Well, there is a bit of a glow on the horizon when the sun is up, so you'll know. And beyond that, you have my word. I'm friends with your friends. That must mean that we're friends, yes?
I have never known him to lie.
Yeah, not to us.
I mean, if you think we need more stuff, sure, I'll heal you all after you get out of the pits.
Ooh, you're a priest then, are you? I would have taken you for a fellow sorcerer by those wings you're sporting. Dragonborn don't usually come equipped with those unless they are of the sorcerer's bent, but not you,
No, I had an unfortunate run-in several times with the Sybriacs.
Oh, Sybriacs, yes, they have all sorts of surprises, don't they?
What she can do is call down her god to destroy entire worlds, though. That's pretty cool. So
It's happened
maybe
like 4 or 5
don't
times.
try and double cross us, Baeloth.
Oh, no, of course not. As I mentioned, you are friends, and I would recommend you try that destroying the world thing when you face off against Strahd. It might be the only thing that would work.
Okay, you happen to have a ruby worth 25,000 gold pieces?
I do not. I left that and the
Is
Taras
that a
back at
prize
home.
for fighting?
I'm afraid I don't have a 25,000 gold piece ruby on me, as mentioned, but there is the Holy Avenger and... have you ever heard of a blunderbuss? Are you familiar with firearms?
Whittle,
Yeah.
Whittle.
Holds up her blunderbuss. Yep, I'm familiar. With the blunderbuss.
Well, let me tell you. We have one of the finest firearms you would care to lay your trigger finger on. A blunderbuss of outstanding physical and magical power.
I'm very interested.
Yes, forged by one of the best gunsmiths in Lamordia in cooperation with an archmage of some renown.
I don't even know what
feel
those
like
words mean.
Baeloth
But
is just telling us things that we might want to hear at this point.
Honest, I swear to you, and that's not all. A fiery phoenix staff of some considerable sizzle.
you like Phoenix stats, Orkira?
Well,
Oh, I
yeah,
thought that would go to Alyndra. Why would Orkira get the Phoenix staff?
Well, I mean, like the Phoenix, that's like her thing, I thought. And then
I've
like
got a Phoenix. Why would I
Doesn't
need
she
a
have
staff
enough
with a-
Phoenix though?
I
mean,
generally
that's
do.
kind of like
With
going
a-
outside of the
tend
house
to lean
like, with
towards
matching
that.
armor or something.
Well,
Staves are not normally my.
Once again, everyone, distribution of the spoils will be left to the end game.
Just
as
a question,
it were.
Baeloth. If you do you have concerns about Strahd at all? Is that a
Strahd
concern
von
for you?
Zarovich?
Yes.
Well,
Your
I have to admit-
operations, Strahd taking perhaps a percentage or demanding things from you, or
Strahd von Zarovich is beyond such petty concerns as cash. He usually looks at the big picture, as it were. And I think he realizes that even though he is overwhelmingly powerful, if he attacked me directly, I could be quite the thorn in his side, especially given the company I keep. But where are my manners? Najib! Baeloth makes a fist, and suddenly a ring on his finger begins to glow, and erupting from it is a djinn.
Najim.
Hello, Najim. Lovely to see you.
Talking to him when you were looking over there. Like, if that wasn't Najim, who were you talking to?
Just the folks at home. But let's move on. Now tell me, Najim, you remember our friends, don't you? Briv and Freely and Alyndra?
Hello, Najim.
Najim, I'm right here, Najim. Najim, hello, buddy.
Najim?
I don't know who's supposed to be Nujim, me or you.
Oh, I could do him if you want.
Yeah,
Or-
absolutely.
I don't know. BJ,
I was super about to jump in as Najim again. Yeah, no.
Yeah. BJ, you're the last one who portrayed
I'm like,
Najim. I would
I'm
be
on the
honored.
spot. It's yes, Baeloth, you summon.
Yes, I did. I just wanted you to say hello to our old friends and some new ones. This is Orkira, and this, ironically named Lugaroo, is Widdle.
Oh, I understand what you mean. Sir, there seems to be a disturbing lack of prime material on this plane. Where are we?
Oh, well, I'm afraid we find ourselves on something of a demiplane, as they say, Najim. Welcome to Barovia.
With permission, might I wait back inside the ring?
Yes, Najim. I'll be certain to call on you if need be.
Najim,
You might be
before
called on
you
to
go, though. Hold on, before you go.
Mm.
I am wondering, art thou trapped? Art thou a prisoner of Baeloth?
Bound by the terms of an extensive agreement might be a more accurate description.
And I should mention, I'm not the one who struck that agreement. I'm just...
Blink twice if thou art actually in trouble.
Oh, I believe that's my cue to exit. And he just dissolves.
Now, Briv, I understand your concerns, but Najim's power dwarfs even mine. As a Jinn noble, he's capable of rewriting reality. You don't think that I could keep such a being against his will, do you?
Probably not. But with thine third wish, thou shouldst do what any decent person always does. Free the genie.
Oh, the secret is, with your third wish, tell the genie to forget that you've already used 2 wishes.
Or you could not use wish
Good
at
tip.
all. It
Yeah.
doesn't tend to go well. It's part of why we're in the situation we're in.
I found it
that's
incredibly useful. I've used it to redecorate the Black Pit several times. But we should get to my temporary quarters, the Black Pits of Barovia.
I just one thing. I just want to know what Penelope thinks about all this. Because Penelope, we're going fighting.
Has anyone seen Penelope?
Penelope is in a deep slumber at this moment. Much like the magical sleep that she fell into before from the wild magic. And you can kind of see the wild magic surging around her.
Oh.
She is in a moment of permanent stasis.
Wow,
I have seen this before, and I shall fix this. And Briv, walks over to her and holds her, because she's like this little. And so he just holds her. And then he just lays one on her, right on the mouth.
Wait, whoa, consent.
This is how
consent is sexy.
No, you've been reading too many children's stories. That's not how that works.
No, I thought you were gonna give her tummy zerbits. That usually works. But
Freely,
Also,
you're allowed to smack him in the lips before he can.
Like dirt.
Yeah.
Orkira will gently come up and take Penelope and say, "This is how we kind of got split up in the first place. Is Penelope fell asleep. I thought the wild magic had gone away, but we'll just have to wait for her to wake up. But I'll keep an eye on her."
May I use?
That's all right. We've got comfortable cushions to recline on at the Barovian Black Pit. So if you'd care to accompany me, your friend will have a nice place to rest.
It sounds like a great place to go. And I like prizes. I like winning things. It sounds like a good opportunity.
I'll cast a Tensor's floating disc, and we can carry Penelope with us that way. But just a thought. So you think Strahd is no threat to your livelihood here, Baeloth?
Oh, if he wanted to be, he could probably destroy me.
So would you say you are in favor of removing him?
Oh, well, you've already told me that your plan is to kill him, and you didn't see me running to inform the authorities, did you? The Black Pits operates in a bit of a gray area. They really should be called the Gray Pits, but I'm not one to suck up to authority.
Just thoughts here. Would it not be simpler to skip the jumping hurdles that this would all require and either give us the items or come join us, or bring some of your rather powerful friends who may be part of your satellite operation along and join us on our endeavors?
Madam, you have to understand, I am an entertainer first and foremost, and I have promised people a show. I can't go back on my word as an entertainer.
There's certainly... Would that not be some sort of entertainment?
I suppose, but it's one that could end in my death. I prefer to watch the fights occurring, if you know what I mean.
Wait. Hang on. I think I can settle this because Briv and I wanted to go fight in the pits last time, so no, we're good with the pits. How about this, Baeloth? After we win, and we're gonna win, and we win our prizes, all of that, maybe then you lend us a little extra muscle for when we siege the castle.
All right. I suppose I could spare a fighter or two, those that you lead in any shape to fight, I suppose.
Oh, yeah, see, now that puts us in a weird position, because then we need to, hold backs, we need them to lose, but lose with enough strength to still fight. Oh.
It's quite the conundrum, isn't it?
Again, if you want to come and go with us, if your ultimate ideals are aligned with ours in this situation, why ask us to jump through all these hurdles?
Because I love watching people jump through hoops. It's pure entertainment.
We do have someone who's in danger, though. So, perhaps...
Then we should win quickly. Come on, let's go.
Yeah, what it boils down to is this. I'm not a charity. You understand?
No, of course not.
These are my terms.
So
I'm just saying on a personal level, it benefits to you. To help
Does it though? Does it?
If Strahd were to come down on you.
Castle Ravenloft, have you ever seen the jewels, the fine art that's hanging on the walls? It sounds like you always have a need for prizes to give away, right? For people who win these fights.
I suppose, but for me, it's not about the money. It's about the people. The people out there in the dark watching the show. The hoi polloi, if you will. The punters, as we call them in the biz.
I want you to know, because you're a friend of my friends, I'm not trying to figure out whether you're lying right now. More importantly, as we walk and talk, how long have you actually been in Barovia?
Enough time to set up quite the operation, as you'll see. Of course, Najim's magic does come in handy, but it's really quite impressive for a provincial operation.
And, have you heard anything about what might be going on at the castle? If we can't convince you to help us bodily, can you at least give us some information? We're specifically looking for a friend of Widdle's named Rend. He's kind of a big, strong, bunch of magical items.
Basically a suit of armor put together with a bunch of sap and gum right now.
Yeah.
We're working on another mech version 2.0, though.
No, I can't say as that rings a bell. As for what's going on at the castle, I would assume torturing of prisoners, lots of looming and lurking, probably
a lot of this move, that thing
that move, that thing, a little bit of brooding. I would think a lot of brooding goes on. And ultimately, well, you know, I like you all, so I will let you in on a little bit of a secret. This one comes for free. Strahd von Zarovich is looking for someone. Someone that goes by the handle Widdle?
Oh, yeah, I know.
That is
I have a few things he's probably looking for.
No, that's what I've heard. That's what I've heard through the grapevine at any rate. And now then, if you'll all accompany me, he unfurls a carpet, which suddenly stops right before it hits the ground and just sort of floats there, and then rises up to meet him. He sits cross-legged on it. Shall we?
Is it still shag carpet?
Oh yeah, it's got to be. I think that's canonical now.
The world?
Freely immediately drops on it, starts rubbing his face on it, I've missed this thing. Feels like my childhood.
It's missed you too, Freely. It's missed you too. Now, come on, everyone. It's just this way.
I would like to cast non-detection on Widdle as soon as Baeloth says that Strahd is looking for Widdle.
Okay, you can, and I expect that somehow the shag carpet is made of cilia because it's Ravenloft.
Ew.
It's not always like this. It only looks like this in Barovia for some reason.
No, this is quite odd.
Yeah, ever since we came
Baeloth,
here,
I'm not delighted with your choice in upholstery.
Well, I mean, it comes and goes. It used to be a lot more classic, but it changes with the times. What can I tell you?
All right, and does everyone get on the magic carpet?
Yes, and since it's made of cilia, I will clear off a space for me to sit.
I'm not sure if I can actually bear the weight of a 12-foot-tall Lugaroo, and I see your friend here comes equipped with wings of her own. I think I can fit the other 3 aboard, though, and maybe even your sleeping friend. Oh, Najim, why don't you carry our sleeping friend?
She's on a Tensor's floating disc, so she can just float
she
along
can be
behind
beside
us.
us.
Yeah.
Lovely.
And
I'm
Widdle,
also
you're
very
fast enough to
heavy,
keep up
so-
with pretty much anything.
That was going to be my next question.
Freely very promptly falls asleep after like, oh, this is the.
Oh, look, little fella's all tuckered
Just
out.
sleeping for 10 hours. It's very strange.
I have one more question as we're getting ready to take off, and Orkira's going to fly after this flying carpet. She is going to take a moment and wants to look around and find the audience that Baeloth was talking to. Does she see them?
So you're trying to fly ahead?
No, I just like, as everybody's piling on the carpet, we're all getting ready to go. Orkira wants to take a brief, quick look around because she saw Baeloth talking to the audience. I want to know, can she see the audience?
No, you're not aware of the audience.
Drat.
Uh,
How much higher
would,
do I need to get my passive perception before I can see the audience?
would a 17 on a perception roll let me notice Orkira's doing that?
Oh,
yeah,
she's
he
not
totally
hiding
does.
it.
Yeah. Like,
She's
oh,
doing one of these.
are you looking for the 4th wall? I'll have to warn you, it's somewhat mobile.
Oh, okay. Can you point it out? I've been looking for that for a while.
Oh, yeah, I'll let you know. Come
Okay,
on, don't lollygag. We've got a fight to get to, and oh boy, it's going to be quite the ticket.
All right.
May I get the telepathic bond back up with our group? I am not going to include Baeloth at this time, though I reserve the right to include Baeloth later. Over the telepathic bond, I would like to say I am a bit concerned that we are being waylaid while Rend is being tortured.
Yeah, me too. But I think if we try to say no to Freely and Briv, they're just going to run off.
I would like to remind everyone. Wait, is this over the bond? This over the
Yeah,
was over
so
the
I
bond.
said this in a bond that the two of you can hear.
I would like to just be sure that it is noted that Garu Etu Saru Widdle also agreed to this, and Widdle is the one that is hell-bent on rescuing Rend. So I just want to be clear that it is not Briv and Freely running off on another whirlwind adventure, that we also have the person that is the one that initiated the other quest, Quest A, we shall call it. And I have kind of lost my place here, but I think I've made my point.
Briv, are you all right?
Also,
Are you okay?
Holy Avenger.
I am fine. I just need a temple massage every now and then, Baeloth, because
Yeah,
I get headaches because it's like I have just metal in the middle of my head.
Of course. That certainly is your burden to bear. All of you got really quiet there for a second, though.
Oh, that's because we were using the telepathic bond.
Yeah.
I thought you might be. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I don't feel left out. I understand. Not all of you know me.
Oh, no, they
But-
don't trust you. No.
Oh,
No,
no.
but that's all right. We're gonna come. We're gonna win fast. This is gonna be light work, and then everybody's gonna be happy. We're gonna put on a great show and get some cool weapons, and then we're gonna go beat Strahd and get Rand and go home, and it's gonna be like it's nothing happened.
The only thing we were really talking about was that how long it's going to take for us to win these prizes, and I think it's worth our time because I don't know if everyone here knows, but I've actually been trying to get Rend back for over 6 months, and I've tried, and I think the next time we go to attack Strahd, we need to come correct, because if that doesn't go right, it's going to take us even longer. So I'm not afraid to spend another day or two getting all the weapons we need and all the prizes we need to win this fight.
Widdle, thou didst not have us the last few times that thou didst try to rescue.
And that's why I have high hopes.
Yep.
And once
got that.
Penelope wakes up, she'll turn into a giant whale and crush everything. It'll be great.
As most of you are, like some of you are flying, and Widdle is yelling from the forest below up at you to have this conversation. You come upon Baeloth. What are you calling these pits in the Shadowfell in Barovia?
Oh, these are the Black Pits of Barovia.
Perfect.
It's got
Can
a
you
nice
just-
ring to it.
Spent
Always be
quite a bit of
Brandon.
time on those names there.
They're up against the mountainside to the north of Barovia itself, and you can see clouds coming down in one big kind of like sheet, almost like ice or frosting coming down the mountainside and slowly drifting onto the pits. Would you like to describe the pits for everyone? Like, what is the flair that you have as Baeloth?
Well, Baeloth has actually got Najim to use some of his more powerful magic to create an extra-dimensional space. So basically, it'll look like a rather modest cave entrance. But once you walk into it, it is a huge coliseum with like ringed seats, except the seats are all sort of crushed velvet. It's sort of a mixture between a theater, a very expensive theater, and a coliseum. In the center, there is what, as one would expect, essentially the fighting pit, just sand on the ground, very gladiatorial. There do seem to be that Baeloth's already managed, even though he's been here only a short time, managed to get some local sponsors because there are around the edge of the arena like various signs for various businesses in Barovia. There is a concession. A quick glance at the board shows you the concession is severely marked up. It's a very, very expensive concession. And you can also buy tunics that have various names of the fighters emblazoned on them, sometimes a sigil or something sewn onto it as well. And there do seem to be a number of servants here going back and forth, or rather employees. There's ticket takers, there's some that are clearly bouncers to deal with anyone who's unruly. And I would think, now here's a question, in this campaign, would travel between domains be possible? Like, might they see people from various domains in Ravenloft?
You Baeloth, have the ways and the means of mistwalkers, some nefarious in origin and shady, but you do have some of the implements to cross between the various domains of dread within Ravenloft. So yeah, you know some people that know a guy, or you are the guy. It depends.
Yes. So you do see within the crowd, everyone seems to be fairly well off, and what you know of Barovia is that the majority of the population are essentially peasants. So quite a few of these audience members seem to be from other domains, or I don't know how much you have seen of Ravenloft, but they're, to the modern player's eyes, there were some that seemed to be dressed like French aristocrats, some closer to, say, even an 18th century time period, as well as some that are just sort of dressed in more traditional medieval royal finery.
Orkira immediately pokes Widdle and points over to where the concessions is and says, look, they got Bavarian bratwurst. We should get some.
Woo! She just runs over there.
It's freely
and just destroys the
I was about to
cabinets
say,
holding the sausages.
literally leaps onto Widdle trying to stop this from happening.
No. We gotta pay for it. We probably shouldn't. Oh, it's a little too. All right.
Oh no, couldn't reach your mouth.
Oh,
Sorry.
I have a few gold coins. She just drops a couple of gold coins on the broken cabinet.
Oh, please. Your snacks are on the house. It's the least I can do for my fighters.
She takes the 2 gold coins back. Thank you very much for your hospitality.
Bavarian bratwurst all round, and some of those giant
thank
turkey
you.
legs. Oh, none for you? None for you?
No, thank you. I don't eat meat.
Oh, some vegetarian fare. Would you enjoy popped corn?
Oh, that sounds curious.
Wait, what'd you do to that corn?
Oh, you gotta
How
try
did that
it.
happen? I've never
Yeah.
Popped it.
There's Baba Yaga's all natural popping corn.
That is not corn. I do not believe that is corn.
It
Briv.
was once. It was
I
once.
have seen corn, and that is not corn.
Briv, open up, give it a try. And I'm gonna try to throw into Briv's mouth.
Thou didst miss.
Dex check.
No, okay.
Both of you.
I was hoping it would just happen.
No,
can I
I'm
use
actually
an
like, I'm
acrobatics?
staying still.
Okay. Yeah. So it's all on you.
All right.
As you
10.
do it, I never mind. There was no time to get the bardic inspiration off.
Don't bardic inspiration this. I want to be able to peg Briv in the forehead with a piece of popcorn.
I'm waiting.
Oh wait, let me try again. Sorry. And then eventually I just walk over and drop it in his mouth.
And it's all in my
Excellent.
beard.
Baeloth, you do notice some of, not that you would ever fix a fight or anything like that, but some of your constituents are just kind of looking at their pocket watches, wondering when the fight is going to begin exactly, and some profits are ready to be made. You can see that the hour is drawing nigh to at least the first fight.
Oh, I'm afraid that duty calls, my friends. I assume I can put you on the roster for tonight's match. I'm seeing you as being our champions, yes?
Wait.
Are we going one at a
That's
time,
me.
all at once, all of us against what's big thing? Whatever you think is gonna move the betting line, I'm in.
More
Oh, well,
information on the
actually,
terms, perhaps?
Let me just speak to my stage manager. Todd, over here.
Hi.
Todd. Hello, Todd. Good to see you. These are the brave adventurers that are going to be our champions for this evening. Tell me, what do we have on the card? Are they all going to be fighting together or separately?
Separately, one at a time.
No, Todd. That takes too long, Todd.
That's true. Maybe just like
You'll go one at a time!
Todd, don't you have like a dragon down there or something you could just roll out and we could just smoke real quick?
I'm also not interested in fighting. I just want to be on the sides and heal y'all.
All right. That's completely fine. Who's going to be up first? Briv,
Me.
I can tell
Me.
you're eager.
No, me.
Oh, really?
Me.
Well, you'll have to determine for yourself.
I shall arm wrestle thee for it. For you.
I can go third. I have a question. If I win, can I have a tunic with my name embroidered on the back of it? I saw some tunics in your shop.
Oh, yes.
That would
We've
be
got
so
the
cool.
finest gnomish artisans working on that as we speak. Some of them are even taking sketches of you right now, as you can see. And I'm sure that all of your merchandise will be ready to go by the intermission. Now, question. The two of you, perhaps you shouldn't have a combat before the combat. I want you fresh. Couldn't you just play rock, sword, or scroll?
Here's the thing. I'm just trying to clear out the biggest guy you got so that Briv will have an easiest path to that sweet holy avenger. That's all. That's it. I'm the opening
an
act.
easy path.
No, I'm just opening for you, buddy. I'm just warming up the crowd.
Very well, Freely. I shall let thee go first because I want to finish these brats anyway.
Yeah.
But make quick work of it.
Just in the interest of the fourth wall, we've been at this about 45 minutes, and I just noticed that Meagan actually has wolf paws, and it's kind of the most.
I still didn't notice until you said it.
Oh, you found the fourth wall. Oh,
I love
you gotta tell me about that.
It's right
been looking-
behind
It's
you,
right
or
about here.
yeah,
Right
you
here.
just look right past me. It's over there. Yeah.
Right next to the bratwurst counter.
I just keep getting distracted by the bratwurst.
Yeah, you see, Freely very much starts just no, I got this. No, don't worry about it. It's gonna be fine.
Excellent. This will be an excellent start, Freely. You're opening, so hit him hard and hit him fast.
Before
All
Freely
right.
goes, I'm gonna reach over and grab him on the shoulder and say,
Yeah.
"Just don't die." And I'm gonna cast a death ward on
No.
the Freely.
It's gonna be fine. But Alyndra, if I do die, get revenge. And then I walk out.
What? Please don't die.
I love
Yeah.
that he said that to the
what-
one
what
person
did you
that
say?
probably
What?
wouldn't.
That's the rest of you. I feel would just do it. I have to specifically request it from her, though. Yeah. No, it just bops on down, but very much out schmoozing to the crowd, prestidigitation, sparkles and things going off and stuff yeah, on your feet, yeah. Halfling power, I'm ready.
Baeloth, he grabs from Todd. He actually grabs what looks like some kind of enchanted cone because when he speaks into it, his voice is suddenly amplified, even more than it would be by a normal cone. Gentlefolk, welcome to the black pits of Barovia. I know everyone is eager to get the excitement underway for the evening, and so, our first champion of the night. He goes by the name of Freely.
The crowd screams and roars, and at that moment, the portcullis behind you, Freely, just clamps down, and you are stuck in the pits, for sure. But yeah, everyone's roaring and cheering. Is there any kind of flourish you do? Do you have music that comes on?
It's, legally distinct. And yeah, give him a little bit of the sword part, a little bit of the, show him, where they need to put the money in. That's bet. Mm-hmm.
While that's happening, you all hear this just from the other side of the portcullis.
Baeloth, what is wrong with the air conditioning?
Can I see anything with my
No,
good eyes?
the whole stadium is shaking, and you see the portcullis start to, like, on the other side, opposite of Freely, start to get bent forward, ever so slightly from something punching at it. Continue, Baeloth.
Yes, gentlefolk, we are starting tonight's festivities off with a bang, or at least another loud percussive sound, perhaps even two. We found this amphibious Avenger as one of our premier fighters. He weighs in at a whole lot and stands over 12 feet tall. Please welcome your challenger as the gate slides open.
You see this big, hulking Koatoa just go, and you see Boom Boom walk out.
Oh no!
I don't know
That's
who
right.
Boom Boom is, so he's about to get it.
Two percussive sounds, boom and boom. Will this gigantic Koatua be able to put away our heroic halfling?
No.
Or will Freely show what he's made of? Let's find out!
Yeah. Although you all notice Freely leaves one of the swords in his sheath and pulls the shield around. So he's got his shield out.
How did Boom Boom end up in Barovia?
It's an excellent question.
It's also an excellent question. We're gonna have to try to get him out of here once the fight's over.
Freely,
Champion! Challenger! Let's get ready to rumble!
roll initiative. Roll initiative, Freely. Also, Freely, you were a mind flayer for a long time. You never ever made a Koatoa this big.
I feel like I noticed the panic on my friend's face, but I just read it as they think it's too big, not that they know this thing. And I'm like, no, guys, it's fine. Don't worry about it. I'm good. Yeah, mess this dude up. That's a 23 on my initiative.
All right.
Over the telepathic bond, I say, Freely, just be careful. He's a friend.
What?
His name is Boom Boom. We've known him for quite some time.
I mean,
You've known me for quite some time.
is he a friend, though? I mean, knowing someone a long time doesn't necessarily make them a friend.
Okay, it's just to the pain. I'm gonna put him away, and then Orkira can bring him back. No problem.
Yeah, I'll be ready.
Yep. Just get that, cue up that spare the dying. Hey, my friends say you're their friend, so I'm going to beat you fast. Yeah.
Freely, what's your armor class?
It was 23 on the initiative. Did he beat me?
Yeah.
It is currently 17.
He picks up 2 rocks immediately. Oops, that was the wrong number. And throws 2 boulders your way. You take 25 points.
Well, hang on. Excuse me.
Go ahead.
Would shield get me high enough to dodge that? With
You'll block
23?
one of them. Yeah. First one.
I'll put the shield up then. Yes.
All right.
What?
Yeah, this boulder just explodes around you and creates this kind of like this crater, and then another one hits you for 25 points of bludgeoning damage.
Oh, it looks like Boom Boom only brought one boom. Don't count Freely out yet. Some say that Boom Boom is the spawn of Dagon himself. But I'll remind you that Freely is a bard, a paladin, a sorcerer, and a warlock. And what does that spell? Charisma!
Thank you, Baeloth. Okay.
I'm going to be doing this all through the fight, just so you know.
You know, you might be a friend, but I gotta get you out of here, buddy. And I assume it's my turn?
It is your turn, Freely. What are you doing? What's everyone else doing in the stands, by the way?
I'm trying to figure out how those 4 words spell out charisma. Bard, paladin.
Widdle is
Briv
eating her
is
bratwurst.
Completely, he was eating bratwurst, and it's just all over him. But then he is enamored by this concept of a play-by-play. And so as this is happening, he like throws down his brat half-eaten, or one of them. He's already eaten 9. And as he gets up, he starts to like try to find like another megaphone. He literally starts asking everyone around if there's another cone that he can use.
Baeloth sees you doing this and just sort of like motions you over, and he sort of snaps his fingers, and Najim appears, and suddenly there's like a table with 2 megaphones on little stands, and it's got like a white cloth on it. He sits down. You also notice that you're now wearing sort of a coat and a tie, and Baeloth motions you to sit down.
Big man in a little coat.
And joining us for color commentary is, as always, Briv Steelmarrow.
Huzzah!
Really?
Important point of clarification. After I said I had to get him out of here quick, would a 29 hit him?
Yeah.
Because I Hexblade cursed him, a 19 is enough to hit, or not enough to crit. So the Sunblade lights up and then erupts into green flames. And I'm going to double smite him, smite and Eldritch smite him.
All right.
Little man loves fire.
Roll those dice.
I will be at this point. I will stop trying to figure out how words work, and I will be keeping an eye on if either of them look like they're about to die or dying. I'm going to rush out there and do cleric healing.
Boom Boom looks seriously jacked for Boom Boom. Even like he must have been eating more troll in the time that you've seen him. So his emotional spectrum is basically rage, and then like a darker rage.
Yeah, listen, I got a Lugaroo on my right over here having bratwurst. I'm kind of used to a fierce killer who also still needs to every once in a while be healed, so I'm fine with it.
Okay, cool.
It looketh like Boom Boom is perhaps juicing, Baeloth. What are the rules and regulations around that in this sport?
There are none. Thank you, Briv. And as we can see, ooh, what a blow by Freely. Boom Boom's going to be feeling that in the morning.
So that is 50 points of damage, because I have +5 and +5 from the Hexblade, so 50 points.
Excellent. Yeah, you strike Boom Boom in the shoulder, and he's like,
"Oh!" Yeah, I know, buddy. and that is it.
Boom Boom's sun upset noise goes to, and then he just tries to backhand you. One more time, what is your armor class again?
Currently 17, but it can be 23 if necessary. It can be 22. It can be 22 if necessary.
If you come at me wrong.
Right.
1 second. He since you are now close.
Mm-hmm.
Boom Boom says, does this like pathetic, oh, and the entire crowd just quiets. Like,
yes.
oh. Like, you just kicked a puppy. No.
I apologize. Does a 24 hit?
24, yeah, 24 would hit no matter what.
Does a 20 hit?
You know what? Hold on a second. Hang on a second. I'm going to expend a point of luck and make him re-roll the 24.
Okay.
And the 20.
And it's a 26.
Right. I'm going to put my shield up again to avoid one of those.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. You avoid one of them.
Mm-hmm.
And And this time, Boom Boom is biting. His entire jaw unhinges, and you see these short sword, long teeth, and he just bites into you.
Ow!
And wow.
Ooh, and that is what we call nom nom.
You take 16 points of damage, and then you take 7 points of acid damage.
All right, hold on a second here.
I don't really know who to cheer for.
That was 1-6, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
And that's
Perfect.
it.
All right.
And everyone cheers for Boom Boom as Boom Boom's like trying to bite like your metallic arm clean off.
Time to get him out of here. So
Really, sword may be on fire, but he is the one feeling the burn.
And you smell kind of the smell of burnt cod right now, as your sunblade like sizzled into Boom Boom's shoulder.
I'm like, well, this is unpleasant. Okay. I'm going to let me read something real quick to make sure I'm doing this right.
Alyndra, what are you doing in the stands?
I'm watching it and not quite sure who I'm rooting for. I'm not sure who I.
How dare you?
Well, I don't like the fact that we're being required to harm our friend in order to get through this. I love you freely, but it's I don't like harming an innocent.
Literally haven't seen this Koatoa in years, or I'd have met it. So that's all right. Bonus action, Searing Smite. And then the lowest I got on the attack was 28. So I assume that's 2 hits.
Yeah, you hit.
Defensive Flourish, I got a 7 on my die, so my AC is going to go up by 7. So my AC will be 24 after this, but okay. And I'm going to I'm going to smite him twice, not Eldritch Smite.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep those in my back pocket. So that is going to be... plus my Searing Smite, since I'm like, since we're burning things, fine. And lay into him. So hold on, damage is coming.
You know, Baeloth, I once knew Boom Boom in a former life, and I believe that he has a very good chance against Freely.
Really? You don't
80...
like Freely's?
Sorry, Baeloth. Sorry. Please continue. The color
Oh
commentary.
no, he actually says you don't like Freely's chat, and then he sees what just happened.
80 points of damage.
Ooh, I don't know, Briv. I think Freely's gonna put Boom Boom to bed.
Yeah, you do. So you're using your sun sword at the same time? Your smite hits him in the shoulder so hard, and it's not that you're severing his shoulder, but you literally pop it out of its socket for a moment. Like you can see that you hear kind of that crunch, and you kind of see how the arm is slightly limp at this moment.
Boom Boom hasn't felt that much flopping since he was eating fish back home in the swamp.
But he's still on his feet?
Oh yeah, he's still on his feet.
Okay. All right. Well, that's it for me.
All right.
Correction, Briv. I believe Koatua are saltwater creatures.
Boom Boom
No one likes
crits
to
with a
know it
bite
all
on
day
you.
long.
It's a natural 20 for everyone at home. That means a wild magic surge.
I'm gonna spend another point of luck to force that reroll.
Still wild magic surge though, but yeah.
But a good idea. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Whoa.
I'm like, what if he didn't? Yeah.
It's
All right,
always
so
a good thing.
25.
I'm gonna put my shield up, so that will get my AC to 29.
All right. And how about a 28?
Nope. It's currently 29.
Perfect.
Mhm.
And he's gonna bite into you. All right. So you take 15 points of piercing.
Wait, he beat 29?
Oh.
You said 28. My AC is 29.
I said 28. You're right. 29. All right, he missed.
Right,
Yep.
he's chewing on my shield.
He's chewing on
Yeah.
like he picks you up and you're in this bubble, and Boom Boom is like dislocating his jaw and biting around the shield, and you just see his tongue going and his teeth scraping at the shield, and you see kind of these energy sparks coming off your shield, and you know how shield works. Shield doesn't fail, but you're kind of nervous for a moment that maybe this time shield will fail. Like you feel magic itself kind of bending under the will of this Koatoa, but the ones that can create gods out of will alone. But you are safe, and it is now your turn.
I just rolled a natural 20 and also a 1. So I got both. But with halfling luck, I
crit
re-rolled
yourself.
that one. Well, I re-rolled one, so I'm a halfling. Which made it a 17, but I'm about to light this dude up again with another searing smite and another double smite.
Okay.
So I'm just kind of like, I see why they like you so much, but we gotta get out of here. Okay, so that is wait, hold on a second here.
You got it.
So that's three chaos rolls that are going on right now.
What's your color commentary there, Briv?
Freely looks like he might have a chance here to go down with Boom Boom, but the thing is, Baeloth, I'm next here, and I told him to be very, very quick, and it seems like he's not really following through on his commitment.
No, but Briv looks like Boom Boom goes for the bite, but is blocked. And what does Freely have up his sleeve? Why, he's bringing the pain.
Yeah, full anime scream while he's doing this. So let me make sure that I have this right for myself here. So that is one.
Orkira, are you? How are you enjoying? What are you eating while you're watching all of this? Are you eating at all?
She was eating a bratwurst, and then Boom Boom comes out, and now she's basically just waiting because she doesn't trust that whoever is on the sidelines is actually going to do any healing or sparing of dying, and so she wants to make sure that she's going to be ready to rush out there if she has to.
Okay.
This is on the first hit coming in. I could have parsed this out, but let's see. Oh, this is kind of low. I was hoping I was going to drop this dude, but I didn't roll too high. Let's see. That is... Oh, I guess I did. 117 points of damage.
Good lord.
Yeah.
Well, I love the soft sell. How do you... Now, you don't knock Boom Boom out, but how do you incapacitate him?
Actually, to tell you the truth, I would say you see he's holding Freely up, trying to eat him, and he just erupts into flames and screams and brings the sword down and sees Orkira's sad face and pulls it in at the last second and just cold cocks him.
Oh, did you actually call?
I got practicals. I do my own Foley. And I will say when he collapses to the ground, because I presumably he's defeated, right?
He's defeated, and you, both Alyndra and also Orkira, immediately Death Ward pops on.
Well,
and
I was going to say
Boom Boom taps out.
Freely walks over and lay on hands, gives him a single hit point back. And I'm just like, hey, so you're friends with like Orkira and Alyndra and Briv and probably know Penelope. Hi, I'm Freely. No, that's a great fight, man. I'm like trying to get him up.
He hugs you. He hugs you back. You take 10 bludgeoning damage as he squeezes you, and he's like,
no,
oh,
wait, no, bad touching. Okay, right,
and
yeah,
he starts waving you in his arm to
well,
Orkira and everyone else in the stands.
And that's it, Baeloth.
What a turn of events, Briv! Look at that! And mercy shown to a fallen foe. Freely is certainly a class act and our round 1 champion!
Yeah, and Baeloth Freely really brought the doom to Boom Boom.
So he did, and well said, Briv. That's why we keep you on the payroll. Todd, can you tell our champion Freely what he's won as the winner of round 1?
Yeah. Woo! Hi.
He won a Staff of Fire, a Relic of the Phoenix.
Thank you, Todd. Always a scintillating conversation when you're in the room. And so, freely to the victor go the spoils, and that spoil is this staff.
Thank you. Yeah, that's right. Halflings. And I turned around and I'm like, Penelope, chest bump, and I see she's asleep, and I'm like, oh, she messed it. And I come out. honestly pretty solidly beat up, to tell you the truth. But I'm like, no, it's fine. I'm good. Good.
It's you and Boom Boom, like the brothers at the end of the Warrior. You're just like holding each other up.
Yeah. Like, I'm like, no, you got him, Briv. You got him, no problem at all.
All right, Briv Steelmarrow, I believe you're next on the roster. Thank you for joining me here at the color commentary table. But now it's time for Briv Steelmarrow to step into the ring.
And you say that Briv like stands up and rips his little coat and just throws it on the commentator's table.
Widdle, I think you should do the color commentary. I'm kind of coughing up a little bit of blood, so I don't think I can make it.
and Briv is gonna like just kind of burst through.
Briv, you might need that coat later.
He bursts through like whatever's in front of him, and you hear it's almost like glass breaking, and then you hear this really, really just cool, almost like stone cold music going on. And he's walking down, and he's just kind of raising his sword as he's walking down. No other fanfare.
All right, you walk down, and slowly the portcullis starts coming up, and just in a moment, Baeloth, I want you to do the commentary on this. You do see this hulking, again, 10-foot fleshy mass with 3 arms stitched together from different creatures. Some type of golem erupts out. As Baeloth, what is your announcement for this beast?
Gentlefolk of all domains, please welcome to the ring our second champion for this evening's entertainment at the Black Pits of Barovia. An orc of great power and with steel in his spine, quite literally, Briv Steelmarrow! But what challenger could possibly face such a champion? Well, there's not one that's been born, so we had to make one. That's right. You're facing up, Briv, against a true patchwork composite. Please welcome to the ring the lumbering mass of stitched together sinew we call Boris.
He's got a chainmail shirt and big steel armor pads on all 3 of his shoulders, and he tears them off, and you just kind of see like an affliction shirt underneath, and he tears that off again.
So Briv starts kind of meandering over towards where Orkira is, and he's like, sometimes I needed help with this, Orkira. So he said that this was made. So is this like a doll, and I can dismantle it without any fear of any bad juju coming my way? Or does it have like a soul, or what do they call it, sentence, or sentience?
So
sentience, yes.
Here's my suggestion: don't die, and
that won't happen.
And then we'll deal with Boris later. I can always bring Boris.
So
back.
I can kill this Boris.
I would suggest not killing anything. It's supposed to be to the pain, right? And like over Briv's shoulder, I want to take a second to look at this creature. Does it look undead?
No.
Okay. I mean, I don't know what it is, but this is all supposed to be in good fun. So try not to like kill, okay?
I just do not know mine own strength sometimes. I shall try. I just wanted to clarify. But this conversation did not really help so much. But I will still go out there and try.
You know, if you had concerns about the morality of a fighting pit, you probably should have had those before you entered the fighting pit.
No, I thought that we were going to fight things that kind of had it coming. But, you know, this thing, I don't know. It was just made. It's like one day it doesn't exist. The next day it's just patched together. And so I just, I'm kind of in my feelings, and this is probably going to affect my fight. So I'm going to ignore it and choose to just go out there and do violence.
Well, okay.
I think he's afraid he won't do as good as I did.
Think about it.
What
Or he's gonna try to
The
pep
entire
talk.
crowd is balking now. at
looking
you, Briv.
like a rotisserie chicken?
Briv, think about it this way. when you were thinking about getting to Valhalla, everybody at Valhalla fights each other for glory, but then you're fine afterwards. Think of it like that.
Oh, that's fine. So I'll kill him and it'll be fine. And I rush in.
I thought this was Ravenloft, not Chickenloft.
And that's what the audience does. The entire audience just like looks at him.
All right, Briv, I really don't need you to roll initiative because it had a -1 to initiative and got 1. So.
Oh, I feel for this thing.
Well,
already.
let's see how I do.
Yeah,
Okay,
go ahead and
I
give me
got
the
a
roll
10.
anyways.
I got a 10.
Okay.
right.
I'm not seeing any chaos rolls yet.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Uh,
That's on me.
Okay.
I've got to get those to you. so
Not
here
a
they go.
problem. Okay, so you are first.
Game chat there, Todd. All right, so I am going to rush forward and hit it with my best shot. So
Everyone in the audience, for like a wild magic surge kind of arcs are all around everyone from the entire demiplane within a demiplane that we are in, and everyone's hands suddenly get sticky in the audience to the bratwurst that they're eating, or the popcorn, or the napkins, and they're just like, everyone's like, what's happening? Why is everything sticking?
Yeah, watch
I'm
those.
sorry, folks. I'm sorry. I'm being informed by management that we're experiencing a wild magic surge. Please, everyone, refrain from spellcasting. We don't want this to get worse.
Suddenly, Freely, you also you're trying to see, because like you got this, you're going to the seats of everyone else, Alyndra and Widdle and everything, but like everyone's taller than you, and you are behind Widdle, and you are literally kind of at hairy butt tail height of Widdle at this moment, and then a tree explodes underneath you.
Wow.
And now you have a great viewing point. You're
Hey.
60 feet up, but you
Penelope,
know.
did you make this treat? Oh, is she still sleeping? Okay. Well, I'll tell her about the treat when she wakes up.
Everyone within 300 feet of you also becomes invisible for some reason. So suddenly the crowd seems less populous.
Uh-oh.
More wild magic is surging around you freely. Maybe you're feeling too good about your win. Who knows? Or maybe like the sun sword has become radioactive, but wild magic is afoot around you.
Sorry, Briv. I promise the people are still here. They can still see you. It's fine.
Yeah, it looks like your side of the stadium, Briv, empty. It's just cold.
Oh,
But me-
It was
looks
like at mine wedding.
Yeah, it says freely.
Looks like Briv
In a
has
tree.
lost some of his supporters, but Freely's still there to cheer him on. Actually, Baeloth
It is not good
pulls
enough.
a small gem out of one of those pouches and is like, "Oh no, we're still good. We're still good. All right." Yeah.
And
Yeah, you
because Widdle is a Lugaro to everyone else, it just sounds like she says, "Awoo! No support."
Excellent. Briv, you have the first attack.
All right, so I'm going to just rush forward. Oh, that's a 20 on the very first attack roll. Let's see, and that is a 17, so that's going to be 25 on that second attack, and whatever, 3 more, 28
Damage?
on the. Yeah, did both of those hit?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and smite
Okay.
on that crit, as paladins do.
We're so surprised. Oh,
Yeah, very,
he
very
has
surprising.
smoked.
I know. All right, so that's. Oh wait, sorry, I rolled the wrong damage down on the sword. Sorry.
You're totally fine. Widdle, what are you doing in the crowd?
I am still eating bratwurst.
I lean over to Alyndra during this, even though we're both invisible, because we both have a high enough perception that we could probably still notice
Well,
each
I can
other.
see regardless.
Oh yeah, and I just know where
Why?
you are.
Person picking their nose.
Oh, I'm trying not to look over there. Yeah. We should try to go talk to Boom Boom after this. I haven't seen them in forever.
Yes, please.
Yeah. I should also make sure they are okay. I'm not sure if you think he got healed?
Gosh.
I don't know. I
Okay.
certainly hope so.
Also, we should try to help him get out of here. We should try to help all
Agreed.
these people get out of here, you think?
Yes, I do. I have some morality questions about putting people together to fight like this. It
I do
seems
Yeah.
like
I do too, but
unnecessary
at
pain
least-
and suffering for
Yeah, but
those
at
who
least-
aren't.
Yeah. But at least they're all willing participants, right?
Yes. Well, I think so.
Mm-hmm. We'll talk to Boom
Let's
Boom
sort of look
afterwards.
over toward Baeloth to see what Baeloth is up to.
That's 112
He's watching the
damage.
fight. He's actually going, oh!
Between the two attacks. 112
Look
points of
at
damage.
that hit! Briv Steelmarrow bringing the hammer down on poor old Boris.
It's a sword. He yells out up there.
Metaphorically speaking.
Excellent. How much
Wait,
damage was that again?
112.
Widdle, get on the mic. Show him how it's done.
Ow! Metaphorical sword.
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 Baeloth actually sort of snaps his fingers, and then a much larger Lugaroo-sized chair is placed beside him, and you're also given a sports coat to wear. You don't know where they got this sports coat that fits a 12-foot-tall Lugaroo, but it does.
This is great. Just button it up. sit
What's in the
down.
pockets?
Feel very official.
What's in its pockets?
What? She digs in the pockets.
Wait,
Does it
who
have
said
pockets?
that? I didn't like that at all.
Why are you in my head?
Briv, you don't knock it down, but tell me how you hit it.
So this thing is large, correct? Like how?
Yeah,
how
it's
big is it?
large.
Okay, so basically, as I'm charging forward, I shall show thee, chicken. And as I do, I'm going to kind of flip the sword and stab it into its foot with the critical hit. And I'm going to, you see metal kind of vault out of my feet, and I leap up into the air with it, and then come and turn the sword and kind of chop around in his midsection.
Okay, you do so. Now it's its turn. What's your armor class?
It is a 19.
18 misses. 15 missed. This is gonna be the sad fight. 25.
25 hit.
No, I think Boom Boom was the sad fight. That noise. Oh.
Whoa. Okay.
Freely's just over here sitting in a tree bleeding while everybody's worried about Boom Boom.
I mean, I'm worried about you too, but I know you can heal yourself. Do you need me to come up there?
No, I'm fine. Don't worry about me. Just
Freely, just
focus
put
on
thy
this
hands upon thyself.
strange Croatoa that you haven't seen in years.
You take 23 points of damage as it
Okay.
like strikes you. Like it tries to strike you 4 times, but it lands 2 blows.
All right. And what is it attacking with?
It's fists.
Got it. Okay. All right.
It's on
Then
you.
I am going to attack again.
Okay.
And let's see.
As the attack from Boris launches, like, oh, don't count this patchwork pugilist out yet, folks. He's not going to let Briv take this one easily.
Oh man, I have 2 4th level spell slots at 15th level. I love it. All right. So I am going to instead. So I got a 25 on both of those. I rolled 17 on both of those.
Okay.
And if that hits, I'm going to smite this time with a 3rd level spell.
That hits.
Much less damage this time, I promise. All right, so that's. And then.
Freely, just because we haven't seen Boom Boom in a while doesn't mean that he stopped being our friend. I didn't see you for a year, and you're still my friend.
Yeah, it's just I've never even heard of a Boom Boom, and it seems like, I don't know who to root for. Oh, okay. Yeah, thanks, you guys. Penelope would have rooted for me.
18 plus 48 is
66.
66.
Wait. 18 plus what? Sorry.
48.
Yeah,
48.
66. Yeah, 66. Mhm.
Yeah, 66. The
All
devil's
right.
number.
Tell me how you defeat this beast.
All right. So as I foot last time, jump up midsection, I land, and it's kind of trying to pummel me, with its fist, and one of them strikes me right across the cheek, and I taste just a little bit of blood, and then I just look up. Thou should not have done that. And then I am going to just sword right up the groin like
Oh.
and just step into it inside of the leg and stab upward.
Yeah, you slice up the groin. It dies temporarily for a moment, and then Death Ward kicks in, and it's just like, it's awful because maybe it would have been better if it was just over. But it kicks back in. It taps back in alive.
That was messy. I do apologize to all our viewers that we haven't had a fight last longer than 18 seconds so far, but I assure you, this sort of refined mayhem can only be found at the Black Pits. Don't worry about Boris. We'll get some needle and thread, and he'll be good as new for tomorrow. But in the meantime, give it up for Briv Steelmarrow!
Huzzah! Huzzah!
Yeah, Briv, woo!
I do
That's
want to
my
clarify
power,
for our
baby.
viewers. I just did an actual sword move. Somebody's saying things about circumcision. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about stab up the inside of the leg, folks. Like, just I want to clarify that. All right, so.
How at home do you do it? No.
Don't ask that.
Yeah, I know.
I don't know where that was coming from, but I just
Yeah.
wanted to clarify.
For anyone in the crowd who might be thinking that crossed a few lines, I assure you that we built Boris to be anatomically incorrect.
Yeah, it's on the backside. Don't worry, everything's safe.
Boris could also be female.
Oh, there's no reproductive organs involved whatsoever in Boris.
Excellent.
Boris was
Excellent.
constructed to be a PG monster even when nude.
Exactly.
It's like a
Excellent.
doll.
It's like a
Boris's
Ken doll.
intestines?
Yeah.
Is it like one of those electric cars where the engine is in the trunk? The other way around.
So instead of
Junk in the trunk.
Oh wait, there's the fourth wall. I just saw it. There it goes.
Oh, well.
Bye.
Well, I personally am certainly familiar with what you're talking about, Widdle, but I'm not sure the rest of the crowd is. They're somewhat technologically inept and haven't walked the dimensions that I have. But I believe that the time for joking has ended and the time for fighting has begun because you, Widdle, are our third champion this evening.
What about my prize?
Wait, what do you win? What do you win?
Oh!
Yeah.
The sword
I'm
of
so
divine
sorry.
mayhem.
Todd, please, what has Briv taken home for his efforts?
A holy avenger.
Yeah!
A holy avenger!
Holy Avenger is gonna be sword eaten tonight.
Do, 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 do.
All right, who's up next, Baeloth?
I believe it is Widdle!
I immediately tried to start a short rest in the stands and have Steadfast eat the Holy Avenger.
Yeah, the entire it's creepy as well, I won't say, but it's super creepy as you are slowly devouring this holy relic. All of your liquid metal kind of threads around it and creates kind of metallic netherese veins and slowly absorbs the power and the sword itself into your own marrow.
I would just, while you're doing this, just freely Jimmy Superfly snuck a chest bumps off this tree. Just bounces
Aw.
off.
So-
Yeah!
Quick questions. So did you say a sword of refined mayhem? Did I hear that earlier? No, I
No,
was
I think
I was
that was
imagining things.
No, you weren't imagining things. I think that was color commentary. What he got was a Holy
Understood.
Avenger.
Understood.
Oh, yes. This was, in fact, a holy avenger, consecrated, I believe, to the goddess Ezra. But a lot of people around here say she's a false god. Who am I
I
to
am
judge?
better than Ezra.
Are you
It's a
sure? Some
the
say
great
there's
bard
nothing better than Ezra.
That is true. Except, yeah.
And then freely, you're 60 feet up in the air, correct? On top of the tree? Or did you come down?
I did come hurtling downward for my chest bump.
Okay. I was wondering because of the conversation and I was a little disoriented on where everyone was.
Are you still
Okay,
still
cool.
down from the tree, Freely?
Yeah, I don't go back up the tree once
Oh,
I
so
come down.
Freely rips off her announcer vest and goes in for a chest bump with Freely, even though it's 3 times the height.
Yeah, right.
And
Running
she
start.
kind of leans down.
Yeah.
And
Right.
walks out onto the floor. As she walks through the doors, in slow motion, she walks forth into the Colosseum towards her opponent. She imagines.
Gentlefolk. Oh, go on. Yes, please.
Oh no, she just imagines that she is in slow motion, so she's just walking very slowly.
I use thaumaturgy to make the ominous whispers, like hailing from parts unknown. Baeloth, she's hailing from parts unknown.
Hailing from parts unknown. You'll have to agree that this is no Widdle werewolf. She is a large Lugaroo known as Widdle. It's ironic, folks. Get behind it.
Like rain on thine wedding day.
Yeah.
So
Like the good advice that you just didn't take.
the camera pans down to Widdle's foot, and you see the fur stand on end. As the blood vessels pump with every heartbeat, the camera pans up to her torso, and you just see her go, "Ah!" Enters a blood frenzy as the veins practically burst out of her temples and her eyes turn red, and she looks for her opponent.
Ooh, it looks like Widdle is ready to rend both flesh and bone. And she's going to have the opportunity because facing off against her is one of our favorite challengers. We've met Boom Boom. We've met Boris the Flesh Golem. We also had a mummy named Boris on the card, but we thought that was too confusing. And... so,
Bit on the
please
nose.
welcome our challenger facing off against Widdle, the bloodsucker known as Bella.
The portcullis opens up, and you see this large, strong vampire, but very spindly, thin legs, in almost like a coat and tails at the same time. Deeply arched eyebrows and a widow's peak that seems to never stop going all the way back. It's almost a mohawk, emerged with blood red eyes and long claws, and completely pale and without any sort of blood, hungry for death.
Since I am a hybrid Dhampir and Lugaroo, do I still have spider climb?
Yes.
I will spider climb. Is there a ceiling that I can get to?
Baeloth, is there a ceiling? I mean, you are in a giant cave.
Yeah, and essentially this has been created by Najim using a wish spell to probably duplicate the effects of Mordenkainen's magnificent mansion. So it actually looks very ornate. There's an ornate ceiling. As you can see, there are advertisements for, Barovian bratwurst and various other things. Actually, one of the biggest sponsors is Blinsky Toys. So there is a large banner that says, "Is no fun, is no Blinsky."
Of course.
Yeah, of course. And also, I believe, what's the winery? It's escaping me right now. Wizard's Winery?
Wizard of Vines.
Wizard of Wines, yes, the winery. So it's also clearly quite a prominent sponsor. So yeah, there's an easy way to get up to the ceiling.
As Widdle in Lugaroo form runs up to the ceiling, she makes note of the Wizard of Wines and bookmarks that for later, and runs to the top. Can I, when I'm at the top, drop down onto my opponent and attempt to bite them?
You need to roll initiative real quick. Freely, you are at the bottom of the tree, correct? The tree suddenly erupts with teeth and eyes, about 6 layers of eyes, as a wild magic surge touches the tree and turns it into a ginormous mimic. And the mimic begins chasing you through the crowd.
Baeloth, come on! I already won my fight!
At the same time, Briv, a tiny little baby griffin, just the size of a kitten, lands on your shoulder, and you feel as though you can trust this baby griffin and that it will tell anyone anything you want it to know.
Hello, little one. I would like thee to tell Baeloth that I just went to one of the stands and he was out of Barovian bratwurst.
Oh, it's very popular. I'm right here, Briv. I'm beside you. It's very popular, I'm afraid. We do have some of those big pretzels left, if you want to, and those big turkey legs that are mostly gristle.
Dost thou see mine physique? I do not consume bread.
Briv Steelmarrow
Oh,
wants you to
do
know
not-
you are a Bavarian bratwurst.
Thank you. Appreciate passing it on. Are you some sort of wild magic effect? Is that what you are?
Art thou talking to me?
No, the little griffin that
You
just.
talking to me?
I'm
Oh,
talking
yeah.
to you.
This is little. It's not Spiral.
This
it's
is little.
Spyrus.
It's not spiral.
Spyrus. Russ for short.
Spyrus for short.
Russ for short.
Russ. Freely, you're being chased by a tree. All right, Will, roll initiative. What'd you get?
This is the worst day for Penelope to sleep through. Like, she's missed everything.
Yeah. Will's. I mean, like Penelope's still on this tensor's floating disc as you like run in this tree. Like runs after you.
Do I hear Briv being sad about them being out of bratwurst?
No, you're in the stands. You're in
I
blood
said
frenzy.
it rather loudly, to be clear.
Okay, then you did
She's
hear
in
it.
the stands in Blood Frenzy? She's not in the pit?
No, she's in the pit.
I'm in the
What'd you
pit
get
on
for
the
initiative
ceiling.
for Widdle?
Well, yeah, but in terms of, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if I was sitting by Baeloth, I might have come through the megaphones. She might have
That's
heard
true. Baeloth is actually just making some announcements like, please, if anyone could just avoid the mimic, I'm sure it'll turn back into a tree at any moment. We've got security on that right now. Freely, if you
The
could do
mimic
something-
eats Todd.
Ooh, geez, that's going to make organization a little more difficult.
To the knees.
no.
Todd, no!
Yeah, it's rough.
Ain't no healing that.
I mean, I
Um,
can, but I feel like I need to be cheering on Widdle right now.
All right. In
But
a
an
very
innocent person just died.
All right,
Oh,
I'm
I
going.
assure you.
was
I can
Todd
assure
that
you.
innocent? I
Don't
feel
worry,
like he was very
everyone.
snarky.
Don't worry, everyone. Todd was not innocent. He had
Was it-
killed so many villagers in our time here.
You see Todd
Bold.
crawl out of the mimic. I'm like, oh, I'm okay. I was death warded. And then bites his head clean off.
Oh,
and his head
no.
rolls off.
Bold of you to assume he was innocent. Yeah.
Yeah, don't feel bad for him. I knew him for a while. He was not innocent. He was not innocent.
Like that
Good
song.
luck, Widdle!
Like that song. And that song starts playing in the stadium. Todd was not that innocent. All right, Will.
Dad, I actually have like a bag full of bratwurst because I hoarded them. I'm just gonna throw them down to the stands. I rolled 7 for initiative.
No, that's okay because I rolled a 1. Yep, I'm not joking. It's the worst day ever. Loaded dice. So you have run up to the very top of the stadium, onto the ceiling. At the same time, Bella the vampire also runs up to the ceiling in a very Tron Legacy, if you've ever seen that movie, moment. You are now
Wow.
watching combat upside down up on the ceiling of Baeloth's pit.
Oh, what a feeling! We are fighting on the ceiling, ladies and gentlemen.
I love you, Mark.
That's why we bring in Mark. All right, Will, what are you doing?
I'm gonna roll to hit because I want to drop down and bite.
Okay. Remember, you're both on the ceiling, so
Are we both on the ceiling?
they're both on the ceiling.
Yeah.
You're fighting a vampire. You're both spider climbing.
What if they link?
Cramping my style. Okay, I guess on the ceiling I will attempt to attack upside down.
Okay.
But for bite, I only rolled a 12 to hit.
Oof.
And
no.
they haven't taken any damage yet, so I do not have advantage.
No, you don't. You have another attack, though. You've got 2 more attacks with claws.
I can do claws. Yes, I can. Okay. Rolling to hit, and
Orkira, what are you doing?
I have put Todd's body back together, and I'm going to work on bringing him back to life because I don't care about what some of these people have been saying. Like this, I think we brought this wild magic, and so I'm putting everything back together, and I'll go ahead and fix things. Is it a raise dead in order to fix him?
You can try to raise dead. Yes, you can. That's a hit. Whittle for the first attack. Go and roll your second attack. I mean, your third, really.
Okay. Was that the necrotic?
The claw for the claw. You've got 2 claw attacks.
Oh, I rolled a 27 for the claw.
Yep, and you've got 2 of them, so you gotta roll another one.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's a miss.
So that's a 16.
Oh,
I have
no,
a-
that hits.
I have a
Okay.
+9 to hit.
Yeah,
in
that'll
this
do
form.
it. Yeah, you hit for both. Go ahead and roll your damage total and total that up for me.
Okay, so that's going to be 46 plus 8.
And your necrotic damage as you were slicing into this vampire is not necrotic damage. Weirdly enough, it's not laced with death, but with some type of celestial energy. Not quite holy necessarily, but almost like radiation. Somewhat tainted.
Oh, so my necrotic damage is more like radiation?
It's more like celestial. Yeah, I mean, it's more like radiant damage. Yes.
Okay.
But either way, it doesn't affect how much damage.
Okay. So my damage for claw was 24.
Okay. You do 24 points of damage for both claw attacks and
Yes. Yeah, all together. All together, 24.
all together. Perfect.
Mhm.
All right.
Well, it looks like Widdle has got off to a quick start, whittling away at Bella's defenses. Can our blood-sucking undead count come back for this, or will he be down from the count?
Everyone can detect all magic all around you. so everyone, you start seeing like magical items glowing on everyone in the crowd. You don't see the people who are invisible though. You just see floating magical items. Maybe there's something you want to, steal.
Just
But
whoops, all magic.
whoops, all magic is seen.
Is there anything particularly interesting nearby? Anything that looks, anything in the shops in particular that would be?
Yeah, you do know someone is holding a sphere of annihilation somehow, but trying to cast an illusion over it so no one can see it.
He's holding a thermal detonator.
In the shops
Yes.
for sale?
Not for sale. Someone's got it on them. They're like they've got like a blankie that's kind of floating above it. They've been trying to be like real coy about it, like hiding the fact. Maybe they're just like
Full of a toque.
yeah.
You just have a blankie over
Yeah,
a sphere of
So
annihilation.
they've kind of they've put kind of like a toddler outfit on it. So it's a sphere of annihilation, but it's got like arms, and stuffed legs. So it looks like a baby.
So
like a
adorable.
very spherical baby of annihilation.
Once upon a time, I could have controlled that,
Yeah.
but someone left my gear in Rexentrum.
Really, you
if
get bit by the mimic. I'm just saying you take 20
Oh.
points of piercing damage.
Oh no! If you look over towards Baeloth, you're probably blinded a bit by the magical aura. He seems to have some very powerful magic items on it.
Perfect.
Does anything look especially ominous? Like I expect people to have all sorts of things, but I mean, is there in like a vial containing a lot of souls? You know, do I see anything that feels like a phylactery? Because I will jump somebody in the stands of this fight.
You don't you don't see like a phylactery or anything like that. You do see that like a lot of people have Avon coins on them, and that's upsetting. But other
Even
than
here.
that, yeah.
Yep. Okay.
So okay. Well, Widdle, what's your armor class?
As a Lugaru, 16.
Okay. I heard a weird noise.
I mean, vampires make weird noises. That just
That's
Yep,
true.
we're under
This one's
attack.
hungry.
I've been eating a lot of bratwurst.
All right, and I don't know. This thing kind of failed. That's weird. All right, I'm gonna have to make rolls. Sorry, everyone, for the slowdown. Oh, there we go.
While you're doing that,
It
Orkira looks
just
over at
kicked in.
Alyndra. She's over this body, and says, "Hey, you got any diamonds? I can bring this guy back."
I do. Here, and I hand one over. I have.
That'd be
Widdle,
great.
you take 19 points of damage. A little bit mixture of piercing and necrotic damage at the same time. And it is now your turn.
Okay. Where is this other vampire right now?
It's right in front of you. You are on top of the ceiling. Freely, you can make an attack roll on the awakened tree at this moment.
Well, it is awakened. Does it? I mean, it
Well,
ate
it's not
this
awakened.
dude.
It's a mimic.
It's
It's
a
a
mimic.
full-on. Yeah, it's clearly a mimic.
Right.
It's out for violence.
I look at it. I'm like, Briv, a little help. It was kind of rough dusting
May I just
Head of the
banish
guy.
it?
I am busy consuming and assimilating a magical sword, so
Uh,
thou art going to
Alyndra,
have
you
to
tried
do
to-
this thyself.
Alyndra, you tried to banish things already in Ravenloft, so by now you've noticed that you cannot banish things.
I will say, I got a 24 and a 28 to hit. However, one of those was a 1 because, of course, it was. Halfling luck re-rolled, but it's like, oh man, just like go in on this tree. I'm gonna defensive slash. I'll give you the numbers. And
Okay, yeah, give me the
here.
give me the number. Will go and make your bite and 2 claw attacks.
Okay, as you see Widdle kind of stand up upside down, she just takes a deep breath and regains 10 hit points as you see her wounds scab over and heal slightly. So
Okay.
I'll roll for my bite.
Yikes.
17. Remember, I have
17, that hits, yeah.
I have a +9. I also have advantage because they now have taken damage.
That's true.
But that hits. So the damage is going to be 2d8 plus 4.
Freely, you are being chased into the, like, you get hit. And what's your armor class again? Actually, let me confirm.
Well, actually, it kind of depends because when I hit this thing, I am using defensive flourish. So
yeah,
theoretically, is this happening before or after I hit it?
After. You get
then
knocked
it's gonna
in.
be
You temporarily get knocked into the stands for a moment. I mean,
22, but I could make it 25. But
okay.
Am I down there with Widdle now?
No, you don't take any damage, but you're right on the edge of the stands, and Widdle is directly above you at this moment as this tree is trying to attack you. And you're like you're carving it down this entire time.
Got it.
Widdle, what do you got for me?
So that was an 8 plus 4, so 12 damage.
12 misses.
That's for damage.
Oh, okay.
It hit at a 16, and then damage is 12. So I will roll for the radiant damage now, I think.
Yep.
And okay. So that's an 11.
Okay.
A total of 47 points of damage I put on it between 2 hits.
Yeah, you're shaving it down. Like you are literally whittling down the tree.
Just just like whatever. Like I mean, Orkira, Alyndra, like no, it's fine. No, I got it. Don't worry about it. Like no,
Alyndra, you want to go help him? I'll finish reviving this guy.
Got this. Fine. Okay.
I tried, but apparently what I was going to do doesn't work, so I need to find something else.
Other things you can do.
I can find something else. Yes, I can find something else.
Question, Dungeon Master, does Baeloth notice what's going on with Freely and this mimic?
Yeah, the mimic looks about dead. You've seen wild magic surges before, but this is an uncommon occurrence. So this group seems to be somewhat cursed in some other way, surrounded by wild magic
or
themselves.
Blessed,
or
depending
blessed.
on thy point of view.
Totally valid.
Yeah, I think
I will point at the mimic, and a bell will ring out, comforting to us, terrifying to it.
Okay.
And I will cast Toll the Dead. It needs to make a Wisdom 18 save.
Okay. It failed.
Nice.
Go and roll your damage.
It's rolling. 14.
Okay. Takes 14 points of damage.
You all notice like the flashes when Freely's hitting this thing are decidedly less bright than previous flashes that were going on.
Diminishing returns.
And Widdle, did you do all your claw attacks?
I missed. Even with advantage, I rolled a 12 and a 13. I think that misses, right?
Oh, wow. Okay, yeah.
But for claw, I rolled a 14.
Yeah, that missed.
Well, I have advantage, so let me try one more.
Okay.
$17.
Yep, that hits. Go and roll your damage.
All right. I get lucky with the claw. So
It's a good claw.
It is a good claw. 2d6 plus 4. Sorry for all the math, everyone. That's a 9.
I mean, it's like what Dungeons and Dragons is all about. It's
It
okay.
is. Yeah.
Closely now.
Whittle, you do notice that this thing is healing kind of even faster than you are. Go ahead and give me a perception check with advantage since you're upside down. Or Kenreck, also roll if you would.
A perception check? Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Always.
19.
26.
Yeah, the Toll of the Dead splinters the mimic, and you see it just kind of die. It and just kind of reverts into tree form, but it looks like a sharpened pencil at this point because specifically Freely is still hacking at it, I imagine.
Yeah.
Not feeling the trust. Whittle.
May I, over the telepathic bond, say to Widdle,
Well,
try and throw it on top of the spike on the tree.
Nice.
Whittle, would you like to do that?
I'm gonna whittle something for Whittle.
As you said that, yeah, okay. Are you with the intention Freely trying to make it sharper? The mimic.
When I hear that in the telepathic bond, I'm like, oh. Yes.
All right. Well, you immediately see Freely carving a very long spear that is 60 feet tall, that has a mouth, but is now dead.
See, wild magic blesses us too.
And just as you hear Freely say, oh, you hear Whittle say, oh! And she goes to grapple. What was their name?
Freely,
Bella?
you're doing
Bella.
it though. You
Bella.
are like dancing around this pole of a mimic because you now have advantage on all dexterity stealth checks for the next 2d8 days, apparently. So you are like a ballet dancer with
I mean,
a
are
sunblade.
people throwing coins at me as I'm spinning around the pole
Yeah,
here in the
people
middle of the
throwing
fighting?
coins,
Yeah.
throwing cash, stole
Remember,
coins.
everyone, toss a coin to your Freely.
Yeah.
I got
Oh.
something better than that.
Toss a coin to your whittler.
To Whittle. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. That's Alyndra, everyone.
Alyndra
Alyndra
should
here.
be doing
She'll
color
be here.
commentary.
She'll be here
Yeah,
all
thank you.
week. Try the veal.
Well, I
And
will allow you-
he's also drawing the crowd's attention to the words "the big spite." Like, oh wait, what's this, folks? What's this?
Will you can make a attack roll with advantage, and then I want a strength check with advantage
Can she do athletics?
plus athletics.
Yes.
2d8
That
days.
hits.
That's forever in our game.
Okay,
time.
so I was trying to grapple it. Is this
Yeah.
for the
Yep.
sphere?
Yep.
This is to shank it.
Okay.
Go ahead and
So- What next?
so strength check with advantage. If you have anything athletics, apply that.
I have advantage on acrobatics.
I will allow that since you are upside down.
Apparently, I have it for 10 days, which is the rest of the campaign.
For the rest of the
basically.
campaign. It's awesome.
Listen, it happened to me, and then we took 2 weeks of downtime.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yep.
Whittle, what's your total?
Oh, I actually 19. For my acrobatics.
You got 15. All right, tell me how you do this. You grab hold of the vampire as it's like still healing and kind of laughing at you and not understanding why you suddenly pick it up or pick it down off of the ceiling. So it's no longer spider climbing at this moment, and you see the 60-foot long pencil that Freely is sculpting and dancing around this giant spiky pole. What do you do, and how do you do it?
Yeah, so you see Whittle run at Bella at 80 feet and practically knock the wind out of it, even though it doesn't technically need to breathe, and lifts it upside down, but up in the air from my perspective. And I just run over to the sphere and reach back and try to throw it onto the sphere that Freely has whittled.
The spike. The spike.
The spike right through the chest.
Okay.
And I know from experience that this plate in the chest is very hard to get through. So I try to give it a little extra oomph when I throw it down.
All right, you throw Bella the vampire down. Bella falls 60 feet onto a spike that is 60 feet. Unfortunately, and it merely pierces the vampire's heart. It becomes gray and the veins pop and its eyes start to just blast red fire out as it's slowly dying, sliding down the pole towards you, Frilly. At the same time, though, you realize the circumference of the spike is quite a bit wider at the bottom. And as the vampire's heart is shredded and it gets closer to you, it splits in half as the width just becomes too much for it. And then two pieces of vampire fall at your feet and turn to ash.
I would say right before this happens, I'm twirling on the pole like, man, this reminds me of college. Oh,
And while you're twirling on the pole, just ash is just slowly floating down around you, and fire is erupting, and the crowd is cheering for Widdle. Widdle, do you jump off of the ceiling?
Yeah, I dismount. I do a couple of flips and dismount and.
Well done, Widdle! And as champion of our third round, you win our grand prize.
What did I win?
This blunderbuss was created by Lamortia's greatest gunsmith, Erich von Kriegermeister. And
oh, that guy! Wow.
Yes, and it is said that it was enchanted by the Archmage Firan Zalhonen himself.
Oh, I've heard of that guy, yeah.
Over to you.
It's amazing. The ornate detail, and I just can't wait to kill something with it. Who's Nerf? Anyways,
That's a really neat paint job.
thank you.
Or nothing.
Briv concentrates really hard, and he's just like, "That was brilliant, Alyndra. Super brilliant. When life does give thee tree mimics, thou dost make giant steaks."
And of course, gentlefolk, we have one more prize to give out for one of the finest puns that has ever been uttered in the Black Pits. Toss a coin to your whittler. We have a prize for Alyndra.
Ooh, what you get?
Am I? What?
Baeloth motions over a few of it, probably like the assistant stage manager, who is also named Todd.
Do you pick up Todd's head?
It's like,
No,
yeah.
Todd's
back
back.
to
alive.
It's Todd back together again.
Yeah, I got a diamond from Alyndra, so I didn't have to use my thing,
There you
and I
go.
brought. But like when he calls over, I'm like, why don't you just let one of the assistant managers take care of this? I think you earned a break.
Okay.
Okay, and so he calls over the assistant manager, who he calls Other Todd. All right, Other Todd, come here. Other Todd, what has Alyndra won for her brilliant pun? Toss a coin to your whittler.
We didn't talk about fourth prize.
Well, I'm telling you now.
Shit. Oh god, he's quick at me.
Baeloth casts Disintegrate on Other Todd.
Hey!
Yes.
Okay,
Now we
Other
shall never
Todd.
know.
Other Todd, get over here. What do we have for Alyndra? There's got to be something left in the stores.
You know, Avron stacked up Avrons and you stacked up Todd's. Like, what is it about this model of human that, like, people just keep duplicating it? I don't understand.
I got a staff of portent. That's good? We haven't used this in a while.
That sounds
Didn't-
like
Since
Alyndra.
we went
Didn't help you
gambling.
see this coming.
Okay, well, here's a staff of portent.
A staff of portent. Thank you, Other Todd. Back to your quarters.
Okay. Oh, Jesus. Oh.
Todd, I'm going to need you to recover quickly. Your stand-ins are not up to snuff. And Alyndra, for you, a staff of portent. Thank you all for playing the Black Pit, and for each of you, we have a home version of our game. Here we go. It's actually just a bunch of finger puppets by Blinsky Toys, but here you go, and there
I
you
thought you
are.
just got into a fist fight at a local tavern and that was the home version of the game.
Oh, if you bring out those puppets in some taverns, you will get into a fist fight.
Hey, Baeloth, you know, every time I see you, we just like show up and then weird stuff happens and then I wake up and you're gone. So, it's good seeing you, man.
Good,
You know?
good to see you too, Freely, Briv, Alyndra, and my new friends.
Yeah, it was nice to meet you.
And you, Baeloth.
And so I know what your mission is, and so I'll just bid you a fond farewell and say, have fun storming the castle.
Wait, you were supposed to help us with them? And I think he's gone.
Bye.
And that is our adventure. B Dave, take it away.
Yes, thank you all for tuning in. And of course, if you haven't yet, register at Demiplane.com. It is totally free. You can play games like this with your friends, and it'll help bring everybody together. There's also the opportunity to do some paid games, including a celebrity game with friend of the show, Satine Phoenix, this Saturday. Honestly, I don't know if that game is full yet. So the only way to know is to register and take a look. And she tweeted the link. I tweeted the link. Demiplane tweeted the link. So there you go. And thanks. And we'll see you all next week. Look at that. Precision. We're out. Bye-bye.
It was very well done.
Later, gators.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much, Mark.
Do we want to go around and say who we all are?
Yeah, we should probably do that too.
I guess it's less precise than I thought. Let's do that. Okay. You know, especially Mark, friends of the show may not know who you are, wonderful human. So let's start with that.
Oh, hello. I'm Mark Meir. I do voices in video games, and I also, over the last 18 months, have played an inordinate amount of online D&D, but I never get tired of it. So thank you all for having me. It was a great honor to be asked to play with the Heroes of the Plains.
You know, you play with me in a little game on Thursdays.
Oh, yeah.
Where that's you down there, and it bears a striking resemblance to you. We do a regular game.
Now, B-Dave, where can you get that fine canvas print
Where can you get this
of the
fine
Black
canvas?
of the Black Dice Society, which you can also see Thursdays on the official Dungeons and Dragons Twitch and YouTube.
Tune in Thursdays at 4 on the official D&D Twitch and YouTube, and we'll post the link in chat. There you go. That's where you can get it. Yes. But thank you for joining us, Mark.
Thank you so much.
Jen.
Hello. Why was I being Alyndra? Hi, I'm Jen Kretchmer. I am a writer, producer, actor. I'm one of the authors on
Method
Candlekeep.
actor, because she couldn't even turn it off right there. I love it.
It's just the accent. It was just stuck. One of the creators, one of the authors of Candlekeep Mysteries. I'm the creator of the Accessibility in Gaming Resource Guide, which you can find in my pinned tweet. I am at DreamWisp on Twitter. I'm DreamWisp Jen on Twitch. I also we just created the Disabled Professionals in Tabletop directory, which is also in my pinned tweet on Twitch if you would like to sign up and join us. We're closing in on 200 people on that now, which is unbelievable. On Mondays, I'm on my channel. On Wednesdays, I am streaming on Play Renegade, playing Vampire the Masquerade as a very, very different character. On Sunday this week, I am going to be with Gabe James Games and V. We are going to be painting V's friend, the ogre zombie, for WizKids, and that's going to be a lot of fun. And you should come join us.
You showed us a hard copy of a thing. Can you show that thing, or is that
I
thing a
would
secret?
love to show that thing. No. This is the Fate Accessibility Toolkit. This is a fantastic resource you can get currently in PDF form, and you should be able to get the books. You can pre-order them now. From what I know, this is the first ever disabled author guide to creating an accessible table and disabled characters in game. It's an incredible book. I cannot recommend it highly enough. It is written for Fate Core, but it is useful for everyone in any system. So it's amazing and well worth your time and dollars.
A woman of 1,000 streams in presence in every possible chat that exists, Lauren.
That is overselling it quite a bit, but I appreciate it.
It isn't though. Like it's not though. Like.
Well, I will try to live up to that high praise. My name is Lauren Irvin. I'm the content coordinator over at Idle Champions of the Forgotten Realms. Yay! What does that mean? That means that I write blogs and I do voiceovers and I'm on a bunch of streams. I also can be seen on Sundays playing a version of this character from a year ago on an awesome show called D4, which is on the Rock Punch ATL channel on Sundays at 4 p.m. Pacific. So I have 2 families that I get to play Orkira in, and I'm super lucky. You can also find me on Wednesdays on the Sketching Hour with 2 artists from Idle Champions. We roll dice and we figure out a weird creature to art out of it, and I spend time with the chat and figure out the backstory of that creature, and they throw words at me that I have to say out loud, and I try to not mess things up. And also I do a little podcast called Dungeon Drunks, which is, fun, and some of my oldest friends, and you can find me on Twitter as Obo Lauren, and that's all I'm going to say.
Excellent. Widdle?
I love Widdle so much.
Widdle? She right there.
Where?
Well, we need to change the overlay that it just says Widdle now instead of Widdle.
Yes, please. My name is Meagan Kenreck, and you can find me on Twitter and Twitch at Meagan Kenreck, where I have been streaming Baldur's Gate lately, and I talk about all things D&D. I also talk about all things D&D with my husband Todd over on his YouTube channel at Todd Kenreck. Recently, we have come out with some new Dwarven Forge videos, and this was actually my first time playing with Mark Muir, and it was wonderful getting to meet Baeloth for the first time, and I hope that Widdle gets to cross paths with them again. I also have some exciting news. I can't say too much about it, but I finally have a character coming out in Idle Champions, and that character will be announced soon. I swear.
Ooh.
And that's it.
Excellent. Adam?
Hi, I'm Adam Bradford. I am the CDO here at Demiplane, which pretty much means that I have leveraged a 5-year-old's love of make-believe into a sustainable career, and I could not be luckier. Doing the Demiplane things, you can check me out there. I'm at Bad Eye Adam on Twitter, and I don't want this to be lost that Briv, a paladin, secured a Holy Avenger tonight. So,
I don't even know what that thing I got. Yeah. And we're playing in a game. Are you in that game Monday as well?
Yes.
I am
We are.
too.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
you can talk about that if you like, but I am in it. Yes.
Honestly, I've drawn a complete blank on the details. I think it's 2. We're doing an anniversary game for D&D
I'm pulling it
Beyond.
up. Give me 2 seconds.
Yeah.
I'll have it momentarily.
Stall. Todd, our fearless DM.
I'm the dungeon master of this show, and it's really fun. And I was really excited to play with Mark Muir finally. Our ships have like crossed past each other at many a con over the years, and we've never gotten to actually do anything together. So that was very lovely. I get to make videos with my lovely wife Meagan, and that's really about it. I am the creative manager over at CNE, and I do consulting about tabletop and a bunch of other stuff. But mainly, I just had a really good time tonight. So thank you.
Also, Baeloth the Entertainer slew Hallister Blackcloak. Like, we saw it happen. So
it happened.
It happens.
Right. Get 2 p.m. D&D Beyond. It's the anniversary game that we're going to be playing in. It supports Jasper's Game Day and Stack Up. Amy Dolan is DMing. For me, Joe Starr, Melly, Michael Galvis, Jen, and Adam. So honestly, y'all, I've been told the characters and levels and stuff. I'm just like, just tell me when to be there, and I'm going to do a thing. So tune in and check it out. But in the meantime, be Dave Walters. Y'all already know where to find me. Sign up for your account on Demiplane if you haven't already, and we will see you next week. Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone.